guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about 850 Etec reliability. A lot of people have a ton of miles on the 800 Etecs, the 600 Etecs, and the carb models and all that, so everybody kind of knows about them. The forums are filled with common problems with them. We don't know a whole lot about the 850s yet. They've been out for 4 years, and nobody's really got them up to high mileage yet, or a large enough sample size to have them up at high mileage enough yet for us to say much about them. And I guess also today we're going to pretty much be kicking off a new build. I bought a blown up 850 Etec. I'm going to be doing an engine on it, so I'm going to take you along for that build. So if you want to follow along on that, please like and subscribe because there's a lot more of this stuff coming. Now let's take a look at the sled I bought. It's in a million pieces. The mechanic pulled it out. The mechanic before me pulled it out, and the owner decided he didn't want to go through with fixing it. I kind of hate that this thing was taken apart, but at the same time, I guess it's half the work. I didn't take it apart. I have no idea where all the parts are. I got like 2 or 3 bins and piles of plastic, and hopefully, you know, we can get it back together. This is what we're dealing with. Completely trashed PTO side. And if you're familiar with snowmobiles or any type of small two-stroke, really, this thing ran lean for a very long time. And I know what you're probably going to say. This is not really an engine failure. It's more of a surrounding parts failure because, you know, no engine's going to stand up to running lean for a long period of time. But this is pretty much what it looks like now. The jug is obviously trashed. It's got, you know, chips all in the Nicosil coating, and they're super deep. But, I mean, this thing is so bad. Oh, my God. So the other side looks really good, honestly. It's not a whole lot of skirt wear at all. The rings are kind of worn down, as you could tell. And it's tight, obviously. Nothing nasty going on up here. That's just a oil mark. It's not a hole. This one's still got like a ton of cross hatching in it and nothing but just kind of carbon and oily crap. And then the PTO side is horrific. Like, that is so bad. This complete and total burn down. The sled's obviously been running lean for a long time. Now, a lot of things could cause a sled to run lean, but the reason this one ran lean is because an injector harness wire was chafed. So that caused, obviously, fuel to not go to just a PTO side cylinder. And then eventually, over time, it's going to blow up. No snowmobile is going to stand up to a burn down or a continuous lean condition. It could be a 600, 800, does not matter. So this is really not the 850's fault. If you're looking at the plugs, you can see in there that one of them was running really lean for a long time, and one of them was running about right. See how it should kind of look like cardboard, and that one's white. Obviously, you got powder from all the motor bits in it, but it is white hot in there. So this isn't actually the first time I've heard of this. This is the first time I've actually seen it in person, and that's one of the reasons why I bought this snowmobile, because I really wanted to see it. There was another snowmobile up for sale last week, and it happened to have a burnt down cylinder, and it was also from a chafed injection harness. So I know this has the same injection style as an 800 Etec and a 600 Etec, so I'm curious to see why. I don't know why the harness would have chafed like that on only 850s so far. Obviously, the 600s and the 800s have been around for long enough where we definitely would have known that by now. So pretty much what we just saw was an oddball failure. That probably doesn't happen often, and I hope Skidoo would have figured it out by now. If it happened often, it's just a chafing wire. All they would have had to do is reroute it if they've seen it a few times. And this could have been prevented by checking your plugs. If you sat there and just, you know, pulled your plugs after at the beginning of the season and saw that they might have been running lean, well, then that tips you off that something's wrong. You know, if you have a carb sled or you have a fuel-injected sled, you should be looking for that. Obviously, now we know that the 850s are in design at least better than the 800s and the 600s because of the permanent grease crank bearings not used in the 850s. You know, obviously the 800s, you got to put Isoflex and stuff in them, but the 850s, you do not have to. You use the 2-stroke oil to lube those bearings. So that's a big design improvement, and I think it's going to last the test of time. Obviously, the 800s had more like balance issues in the crank and clutch issues and stuff like that would cause the crank to blow out. But if you want to follow along with the build and you found this video interesting, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.